Hey guys, it's Cisco Spider, and this is the first time that Pixar has ever released two films in one year. Their previous film, Inside Out, I thought was amazing. I have reviewed the film already if you want to check out my thoughts on the movie. But Inside Out is definitely one of my favorite Pixar films of all time, so it's gonna be hard for The Good Dinosaur to compete with that. Also, there will be massive spoilers in my review, so if you have not yet seen the movie, I suggest watch the movie and then come back and watch this. And if you've already seen the movie or don't care about being spoiled, then continue on, I guess. So the film is about an Apatosaurus named Arlo trying to find his way home with help from a little boy named Spot. Is it just me, or does this film resemble a lot like The Lion King? I mean, you have the dad taking his son out, showing him some things and giving him some advice. Then you have the main character witnessing his father's death. And then you have a brave character talking about how he gets scared at times. Then we have the main character's dead dad reappear and giving his son some final advice. But getting that unoriginality out of the way, the story is still It's pretty predictable at times, although the execution is still good, but it's not great. But there's two things that I do love about this movie, and it's the animation and the relationship between the two main characters. Of course, the background animation looks absolutely amazing. It just looks real. And in fact, there's a few kids in my theater that thought this movie was real. Although the character animation looks too cartoony for the film, you don't really notice it that much when you watch the movie. But the first time you see the character animation and the background animation, they just don't go together. And the relationship between the two main characters is great. Of course, Pixar makes a lot of the buddy films, although this is a little different from the others, because at first Arlo really hates Spot because he blames him for killing his father. But throughout the movie, they start to get to know each other, and you get to see a lot of development between these two main characters, and it's just great. We have Arlo, who is the typical shy guy who needs to face his fears to survive. He's an okay character. He's just been done before. And then there's Spot, who is by far my favorite character of this movie. He does not talk at all in this movie. But his facial expression just says it all. You can tell what he's thinking about just by the way he looks at a certain character, and it's just awesome. And there are other characters in this movie, but none of them get enough screen time. But then again, this movie's pretty much just for Arlo and Spot. But it would still be cool to see more of Papa, since he gets killed right away. And more of Thunderclap and the T-Rexes. I thought those characters were great, but we barely got any of them. So this film is just okay. It's not great, but it's not bad. Besides Inside Out, it's probably the best Pixar film in a long time. In fact, if Inside Out did not come out this year, The Good Dinosaur would probably been a lot better, since we wouldn't have such an amazing movie to compare it to, since all the other movies after WALL-E, like Up and Toy Story 3 and Cars 2 and Brave and Monsters University weren't so good. Although people will say Up was a great film, and I can't say it's not, but it's not as great as any of the other Pixar films out there. Also, the short that played before this movie, Sanjay's Super Team, was actually really, really good, and I'd recommend The Good Dinosaur just to see that short. So yeah, I'm the Disco Spider, and flip a dip dip.